Welcome to my channel. Wait, I don't know why I'm welcoming you because honestly, I'm just a middle-aged bald guy and no one's really going to watch this anyway. But for me, I picked up this Fine Turbo 1 dust extractor to replace my 2-cent Harbor Freight. I think that's what I paid for it. Not Harbor Freight, Hart. Close enough, right? Both start with an H-A. Anyway, that's about what it's worth. It is extremely loud, and honestly, when I turn it on, it just blows dust out the back. I've cleaned the filters, changed the filters, put bags in it. It's terrible. I have a CT MIDI Festool that I absolutely love. That's across the room, and I needed something to save my ears. So Tool Nut had the Fine Turbo 1 on a crazy good sale. So I said, let's try it out. To be completely honest, I've never used a Fine product. I don't even know if the hose on here will fit anything, but I got it because really it's for a CNC machine that I just don't have yet. This is essentially what I want to use it for, but in the meantime, I might as well hook it up to the table saw and get some use out of it and save my ears from the piercing screams of the 2-cent shop vac. So we'll open it up, take a peek at it. I know there's other videos out on the YouTube, but honestly, they're old and I'm cooler than them. At least I think I am. Probably not. And no one's gonna watch this. But anyway, here it is. Here's the Fine Turbo shop vac. We'll go ahead and crack this bad boy open. We got a huge, massive hose in here, I think. Oh, that's a lot. Dust bag. Nice long hose. I'm assuming that's some kind of hose cable. 4 wheels, because that's pretty good to have. Another accessory, looks like holder. Power cord. That's it. Packaged very nicely. I would hope for a quality product, as Fine is. It's a fine tool from a fine company. Insert dad joke. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. So, pretty beefy little guy here. Pretty much on par with the shop vac version, the Festool version. So, all right. I mean, does not have a variable suction, but I think that you can actually, you adjust the level of suction through adjusting this. On the Festool CT MIDI, it actually has ramping scales, which you can set the suction, but it does have a plug in the front. So auto on, off, carrying handle here. Looks like that piece goes on the back. Well, that's pretty. There's your filter there. And there's your bin. I mean, it's not huge. It's 5.8. But I'm gonna pair it with a dust stopper, and dust stopper just came out with their new Pro model, so I'm gonna pick that up to go with this. But I mean, this is a pretty straightforward setup, obviously. It's a locking hose there, so that locks in your variable speeds. This is what they make instructions for, but we're men, so we don't read those things. There's your dust bag. That probably should go in there. Wheels, fun. Let's just plug it in and let's see how it goes. All right, so got it plugged in. Fair warning. Your ears are probably going to explode when I do this. I will turn down the volume. Fair warning. It definitely has that loud suction sound, but definitely nowhere near what this one is. I wonder if what is that? That's very strange because my Festool does not make that sound. Maybe I need to put the bag in and maybe that will help with that sound. Because that's still pretty loud, but it's not hooked up to anything. And honestly, I don't even think I can hook this up to my table saw because I'm going to need a completely different adapter to convert this to a 2.5 port. I do not have one, but I'm going to put the bag in and see if that makes any difference at all when I put the bag in to see if that turns that down. Let's try that. Okay, the bag is in and let's see. No, but man. It's definitely quieter. It definitely has more suction. That is for sure. Wow. What I do like is that this isn't gonna fall off. If you have a CT MIDI, the tip of this falls off. Like, I'll be sanding and then it'll just fall off. So that is a big nuisance. Same quality hose, but I will admit the CT MIDI is still quieter than this machine. But this machine is a lot quieter than this. So is it worth more than the 2 cents I paid for that? I think so. But I'm going to have to get the right adapters in order to connect this to the table saw and the jointer and see if it actually makes a difference, because I can tell you that it's not great on this table saw. It is not great on the jointer. It gets by getting most of the chips, but there's still always a mess around here and I'm trying to clean that up. But hopefully this will do a little bit better of a job than this guy. And I can already tell, like, it's not gonna blow out all of the dust. Like, I turn on this crappy heart shop vac and it just blows crap everywhere. And it makes more of a mess sometimes than it's worth. So, and it also has a really weird hose. So it's got a stiff, like 6-inch piece of hose that isn't flexible. So it makes it really hard to actually connect into the back of this guy. So this has a super flexi hose. So I just need to get an adapter that's gonna fit from here on top of this and then into the 2.5 port. This isn't a 4-inch port, so it's nice. And I can reduce that. So the thing is, I have the dust stopper elbows, but I don't have an adapter to go from here to here. So I know it will reduce the CFM, but anything's better than what I have now. I do not have room for a large wall-mounted piece. Yes, there's space there, but this whole configuration is changing. And right now, adding a 4-inch dust collector dedicated just isn't in. And this and the jointer are my problems. My planer and my sanders don't make any dust. It's just these guys, and they're on this side of the shop by the garage door, so I usually just open this up and blow it out. But it does leave dust all over the place, and it's super annoying. So we'll see how this goes. And we'll get the adapters and we'll see if we can get this to work. Cool. So, surprisingly, I didn't need any additional adapters. I was able to make this all work with what I had. With the help of some duct tape, I was able to actually get all the hoses to fit, and the adapter that I already had actually fit perfectly into the back of the saw. Turn it on, and I can already tell, one, way quieter. Two, it definitely sucks better. So let's see how quiet it is. Yeah, see, I can actually still talk, and you don't hear an ear-piercing scream. And I don't need to actually wear ear protection because this isn't that loud. Yeah, so that's a win. So I'll kind of show you what's going on over here. It's not pretty, but we'll take a look. Okay, so what we got going on here is the dust stopper hose comes up into here. That fit fine because that's a 2.5 inch front there. The issue here was there's a little knob on this that locks into the front of that. So I used a little good old friend duct tape, sealed that up solid, okay? So those are a perfect connection there. And then, don't mind the mess, goes right back into here. And boom, I was able to use the reducer I already had from the previous vacuum to go into that. And it's already can feel that it's a difference. I do need to do some additional work in here. Oops. But, well, that'll go right down. I didn't realize this gap looks like it's gotten bigger over time. So I need to seal that up with some duct tape. Ow. That hurt. The port is down there, so what we'll do is we'll throw some sawdust in here and we'll see what happens. You can actually hear it and see it. So if I go like this, it's definitely going right in. And you can hear it. You can hear it sucking it up. So that's awesome. So I mean, that's definitely a win. I think for the price, at least for this, again, this is a dust tractor. It's supposed to be hooked up for your tools. Mainly, most people are going to use a dust extractor for sanding tools. I already have a dust extractor that's dedicated to my sander and the most hated tool on YouTube, which is the Festool Domino. So I have that for that. I got this to hopefully save my ears, which 100% it has saved my ears. This is so much quieter than the Harbor Freight, not Harbor Freight, Hart. Sorry, I get those two confused. From the guy who's a TTI guy who has a ton of Adobe stuff in here. Just, it's okay. I can say that. This is definitely quiet. It definitely has a lot more suction, for sure. The suction on that was never that great. The suction on this is insane. Definitely on par with the Festool CT that I have. So that's great. I might, which is the pole, and that would be nice to have to disconnect this and actually clean up the floors. So I probably should have got the kit with the vacuum combo. They sold it together. But anyway, that's my dumb mistake. I'll check what they have to offer, see if I can purchase that kit separately. I'm sure I am, and hopefully it won't be too expensive. Or since it is kind of like size, I'll look and see if maybe I can buy some third-party accessories for it. The link for the vacuum will be in the description. That is an affiliate link, so obviously that helps me out. Additional links for other tools that I use if you do like this video, this is YouTube. I don't have to explain it. Just do it. Anyway, thank you so much for spending time with a middle-aged bald man in his very small garage that probably could have been cleaner to shoot a YouTube video in, but I also don't care. So there's that. I just want on the Fine Turbo 1 dust extractor with my Delta table saw. I think it's a win. I guess only time will tell to see if it really does work. But for right now, it's doing its job. I'll make some cuts, I'll make some sawdust, and we'll see where it goes. So yeah, and always have duct tape. You never know when you're gonna need it.